You're watching Surviving in Alabama, live action. Yay! Get you some. Biggest things I ever seen down here.
I am a little bit overwhelmed with the projects that I got going on. I got about 10 projects. I gotta get them done because I've got spinal shots scheduled this month, and I may be having a hernia fixed. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Surviving in Alabama. Today, I'm trying to get some of this stuff complete. I had to basically take about 10 days off. I had all these plans and all this stuff that I wanted to do. I want to finish this, get this greenhouse ready to skin. I wanted to finish this rain catchment on the chicken pen. I got cleanup to do around here. I got weeds to kill. I got corn to plant, and I want to plant some zucchini. And I have all this stuff that I got going on, but I had to stop. We had church revival, volleyball, school's about to start, and we got new countertops. And I had to rip out all the countertops last week and we're totally renovating the kitchen. I'm about to repolish all the cabinets, so it has been a lot of life living the last 2 weeks. Oh, and we went to see my sister, and we went canoeing and saw the Space Center and all that kind of stuff. All that being said, school starts tomorrow for my daughter and me. So so we both have school starting tomorrow. Getting back to it, I'm gonna finish this rain barrel catchment today if I can. I need to see if I got all the parts and pieces for the piping. But I'm about to get this barrel out here and paint it because it's a white barrel and the light's gonna shine through, so I can't have that. So I'm gonna paint it black. I don't really know if that's the correct color, but that probably gonna shed not reflect, but it's probably gonna not let the mold grow probably the best color. I don't know. But in the wintertime, which is coming, everybody knows wintertime's coming. It's fixing to be September. So black will absorb the heat, and hopefully that'll prevent it from freezing so much. So, and this past December, one day it was 7 degrees here, and this is north central Alabama. And we're right here by Birmingham, so central Alabama-ish. And wow, that was cold. So let's get to it. If you hadn't if you hadn't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. We're doing all kinds of things here, so like it, share it, subscribe it. Let's go. And in the midst of all I got going on, I just can't deal with this mess anymore. And see all my mess? Yeah, it's a little out of hand. Okay, let's see what we got. So this is where I keep all my paint and chemicals and all that kind of stuff. So let's see. There we go. That's if it's not a full can, it's most of a full can. So here we go. That's the barrel. And you see how light's shining through it? Yeah, we can't have that. And I don't have a black barrel. I've only got one black barrel, and that is over here. This is the only black barrel I own right here. And that is where I keep diesel fuel. So, because the diesel fuel is kind of the same way. You can't, it needs to be no light in it because that'll make it go bad because this algae stuff, I don't even understand how algae could grow in petroleum, but it does. You can ask a trucker and they'll tell you got to put algicide in the fuel to keep it from growing in the tank. So can't have light. All right, let's get to, I don't think I have to paint the bottom. I don't think that's gonna be a problem, but the rest of it, yeah. So I guess we'll just start. You know, like, see my thumb right there? That's how I do it. That's how I do my paint with my thumb. Like so. I do it with my thumb because my finger's messed up. My finger's messed up and I can't do it good with my finger. So anyway, all right, here we go. Well, I mean, I know this wasn't like a brand new can, but it was most of a can. I don't remember what the last time I used it for, but it didn't go very far. Let's look at it. All right, so that was all that was in this can. So and yes, this is on the list. It's on my, I've got about 10 things I gotta get completed. And then I'm gonna start doing some home projects around the house. We're gonna call it beautification projects. Because, you know, I like my place to look good. And I know it doesn't right now. I've neglected, I got so many things going on just by myself. So, but I'm gonna make that a priority. So I had another can. Let's look at it, see if it's really brand new. Hang on. Yeah, it's brand new. So if you can see that white tip right there, and then no paint has been sprayed out of it, because if it was, then otherwise you'd see remnants of the paint around that little white area. So okay, so got a real brand new can right here. Let's see if we can paint the rest of it. Okay, this is the end of that's about the end of it right there. Okay, that is all the paint I have. I had a can and most of a can of that black paint. And so, I think it turned out okay. I mean, it's not perfect by any means. And hey, for anybody out there that's a professional spray painter and looks at this job, I already know, dude. I already know it's not the greatest paint job, but I just do what I have. I had some old paint, and that paint been in there for years. So I'm just glad it had pressure on it. But if it didn't have pressure on it, I know how to put pressure back on it, so I could have still used it. So anyway, so this is what it's gonna look like. And to be honest with you, I could have searched out a black barrel or a colored barrel that's gonna, you know, shed the not absorb the what am I saying? That would not let the light through. But you know, hey, I don't know about the other people out here that do what I do. You know, I can only speak for myself. But hey, for here, I just do what I got most of the time. And so I already had the barrel, already had the paint, didn't have to buy nothing. The only thing I actually bought on this whole project was that gutter. And I spent $27 on it. I think that's what it was, $27 for that and the pieces. So, okay, back to it. This is gonna have to dry for a few minutes. And then I'm gonna see if I can crib up something for it to set in. And then I'm gonna see if I can work on finding some parts and pieces to try to pipe the water down into it. And I gotta make a screen for it. So, all right, more to come. All right, I know this looks like a mess. I know that. But these are parts and pieces left over from projects I've done for the last probably 17 years. And I keep little parts and pieces because you never know when you're gonna need them. And so, like, I worked on a septic line one time, and this was, I don't remember what this was from. Let's see. There's an electrical box in here. It shouldn't be in here. But this is supposed to be all plumbing. But who knows? I got parts and pieces all in here. But I got a piece, I'm pretty sure I do, because I have a vague memory. That's a coping sauce blaze. That don't need to be in there. So, like, see, I worked on under a sink one time. That's it. I knew I had it. All right, so see that piece right there? Now, people that do work in their workshops and have hoarding tendencies, which I'm not a hoarder, I can tell you, because you can look around. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess, but I do clean it up from time to time. I'm definitely but I might have a little hoarding tendencies because I try to save stuff I think I might need. But I had it in the back of my mind that I had this piece. I was pretty sure anyway. I was pretty sure I had this piece. That's why I went looking for it. And that's my box that I keep all that stuff in. And also had a little bit of pipe. So let's see if it fits. So I'm pretty sure this is going to fit because to the best of my recollection, I bought it for doing a project like this with a barrel one time before, like years ago. I mean, maybe 12 or 13 years ago, I used to have hogs, okay? And, well, it may not have been actually that long ago. But, like, okay, yeah. All right, 2015, I got in the hog business for a while. And I was in the hog business about 3 years. And I tried to be a hog farmer. You know, I did rotational grazing, and I did non-GMO heritage breed, rotationally grazed pork, but I didn't never get them an antibiotic. I never gave them a worming medicine. I never gave them anything. And I just moved them all the time. And when they processed them, you know, they would open them up in their gut, but they didn't have any worms because I did all that. And it was very labor intensive. Stay tuned on this channel. You're going to be seeing hogs here, and very, very soon. I've actually been in contact months ago. I don't know if you know who this is, but the Flip Flop Barnyard. So look them up, go subscribe to their channel, and tell them Surviving in Alabama sent you over there, because they're a family of, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many kids they have. It's like 8 or maybe 9, and she's pregnant right now. So I don't know if this is number 9 or number 10. I can't remember. I think it's 9. I think they already have 8 and this is 9. I think so. But they're an awesome family. I've never, well, I'll take that back. I met them one time in person at the Great Appalachian Homestead Conference in Cookeville, Tennessee, that Appalachia's Homestead put on. I went to that and met them in person for like 5 minutes. And they're an awesome family. I watch their stuff. So I've been in contact with them, and they are raising Old Spot, which is called like a Gloucestershire. I can't even say that word, Gloucestershire. And I've never raised that type of hog before. I have raised Tamworths. I have raised American Guinea hog. I have had Berkshires and Red Wattles. I've had all those. And had a good experience with it, to be honest with you. Although the American Guinea hogs take a long time to grow out. And that is why I will not be getting those again. I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it ever, but they just take so long to do it. All right, so the Old Spots that they have, they're going to be selling, they're getting in the breeding business. So they're going to be having, they're in the spring, they will have piglets that you could use for breeding, ready to go, and now I'm going to get some from them. And they live in Virginia, so you got to go a long way to get them. But, so, back to the build. I know I got off on this rant about hogs, but the reason that I even have this is because I used to make water barrels for all my pigs. And at one time I had 27, and which is a lot for just one person operation. So I had this that I saved, and I just had it in the back of my mind. I was like, I know I got that piece somewhere, and that's where I keep all my plumbing supplies mostly. So let's see. I think it's going to fit to the best of my memory. Let's see. Well, maybe. Yeah. See how it works. So perfect. And I'm not gonna PVC this in. I mean, PVC. I'm not gonna glue it in. I'm just gonna screw it in, and then I've got this piece of old pipe here I saved from another project, and I'm just gonna stick it in there like that. And so I do have to make some kind of vent for it. I'm not sure about what I'm gonna do that, but I'll figure that out. Okay, sorry I got off on that tangent about hogs, but I did it for 3 years, and I didn't make any money at raising hogs. I didn't make any money. I went into, I lost money on that deal. But I tell you what I did gain though, is I gained in 3 years of not knowing anything about hogs to, I was raising, farrowing, I had breeders I had my own breeders, and I learned a tremendous amount of knowledge in those 3 years. And I sold some. I didn't sell a lot, but I sold some. And never made a profit. I spent a tremendous amount of money doing that, but it was money that was not spent in vain, because I could start raising hogs right now, and I got enough knowledge to do that because of what I did in the past. So, all right, back to this build. All right, here's the barrel. I got this pipe sitting in it now, and I think I'm gonna put a funnel on top up here. I think I'm just gonna put. I think that's right. I'm gonna play around with it here. And hey, look, you're seeing this in real time as I'm learning. I'm learning this as you're learning this with me, because this is the very first time I ever had rain catchment. Now, I've messed with all kinds of barrels all the time for all kinds of stuff, but rain catchment, that's all new to me. And that greenhouse over there, yeah. When I get through with that, it's gonna have rain catchment. I'm gonna put gutters on it. And I think I'm gonna build a water tower behind it and get it up off the ground as high as I can make it. And we're gonna have some water pressure out here from the rain. Okay. I'm gonna go see if I can round up some bricks, and then I'm gonna come back to you, more to come. As you can see, I keep bricks and pipe, and I keep crap everywhere, man. I'm gonna clean this mess up and kind of organize it. When I organize the rest of the stuff, it's really in the plans. So I got a brick there, a couple of these leveling blocks. These cap blocks. So I don't really know how high I need to make it. One thing's for sure, I'm gonna use these gloves right here. I 100% do not want to stick my finger in there with a Black Widow. So I'm gonna use them. So I have a whole bunch of stepping stones over there behind the house by the other shed. And I'm gonna go pick through that. And so I think I can build it up with some bricks and some leveling cap blocks. And then on the very top, because it's wide, put a stepping stone, a big stepping stone right on top, and maybe that'll work. Well, let's go look. My trail's kind of growed up a little bit. I need to clean this out. So here's the back of my house, and that's the back of that shed. And so I have all these, so I got some more cap blocks. And that was from when they brought that building. Hey, if you didn't watch the video where I bought this building, it was a cool video, I thought. I got some good footage of them setting it up and leveling it and all that, and delivering it. And he even plugged his business. So if you can, go check it out. So all these stepping stones were in the front of my house. And then since then we poured concrete. And on the backs, on the other side. So I didn't need all these stepping stones because it's all new concrete. So I'm thinking one of these bigger stepping stones like that right there, I think that I could set that on top of those bricks, and that'll give it a wide base. I think that'll work. Let's get it. Okay, so I got one big cylinder block brick. I got 2 cap blocks and that stepping stone. Maybe that'll be high enough. I just don't know. It's all one big experiment. So I had to go back to my box because after I painted it and got a pipe for the top, and I forgot about a spigot. So like I said, this was a learning experience. It just slipped my mind for a minute. Okay, so I went back to my box of plumbing crap, and I did find an older spigot, and I don't know where this came from. It's probably left over from when I was messing with hogs and stuff, so I just don't know. But it's used, so it's been on something before. All right, so I'm gonna take this and put it on that barrel. All right, so I don't want to go all the way down to the bottom. I want to come up just a little bit and then put it there. That way, any sediment gets in there to go to the bottom, and then I'll still get fresh water off of it too. That's a dull blade right there, or a dull bit. If any of y'all know how to sharpen a drill bit correctly, leave that down in the comments, because I don't know. I kind of know a little bit about it, and I've tried to do it and had a little success at it, but I mean, once they get dull, I mean, nothing beats a brand new one. It's kind of like a chainsaw blade. I can't sharpen chainsaw blades either. I don't have the right size drill bit, so I'm gonna take this thing right here and then I'm gonna widen it out a little bit and just go a little bit at a time. Okay, I did get the hole done, so I can twist this in here. You know, some people put a backing on them, and I've done that before myself. And I think the backing actually works better, but I didn't have a backing for it. Something to screw onto the back of it. I just didn't have that with me. So I got the hole, see the hole? I got the holes in such a way that I can screw it directly into the barrel, and I think it's gonna be just fine. It's not gonna have hardly any pressure on it. It's gonna hold 55 gallons of water. And, but I am gonna put a little glue on it. So I'm gonna do that. Right now, I'm gonna glue it, set it, and then let it set for a little bit. This glue is ancient for glue age. It's pretty old. So I'm just gonna, it's starting to set up a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit on here. I think I need to do a video on how to make glue, PVC glue, you know, last longer after you open it. And maybe I'll do that, I don't know. This glue right here is old, really old. And I've held on to it. I still use it. All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. That's what it looks like. So we're gonna let that set a little bit and let it set up and dry and all that. And I don't have to do anything special, but I just don't want to put any water in it till it sets up just a little bit. All right, so let's go see if we can, all right, let's get a shovel and see if we can go level out a spot for it to set. I'm gonna actually put a level on it because I don't want the barrel tilting and fall over or anything like that. So we're gonna make it real level, or as level as I can. So if you missed my other videos about this rainwater catchment, this is my chicken pen. It's my chicken coop, excuse me. So that's what it looks like. And then it's got a flat PVC roof to it that's, you know, it's got some fall to it. So I put this, so that's the roof right there, and it's got some fall to it, and it falls into this gutter, which I think I need to put those long bolts, which I don't have any, but I've got some stuff. I'm gonna put something through here and fasten it so it's not flimsy. But go back out, and if you have time, go check out my other two. When I first started this mess, I said it's gonna take one day, I'm gonna have all this done. And had so many other things going on, I just couldn't do it. So hopefully today is gonna be the end of it. So here's the downspout. That's what we got to get under. All right, and it's gonna fall, it's gonna be right here somewhere. So I've got to level that up where this, see, I already got a water pan there. So I gotta level that up and put it right there. No, that is not level. It needs to come up that way. And then it needs to come up that way. Okay. All right. It ain't exactly 100% level, but dadgum, it's pretty close. Let's I'm gonna move it one more time. All right. See, it's just a little bit off. I'm gonna mess with it again one more time. See, it's pretty close. Okay, I think we're ready for the cap blocks. I'm gonna go get 2 more cap blocks. I don't think this is tall enough. When you're setting cap blocks and other things too, you want to crib it. So one goes one way, other goes that way. That way it holds each other together. There we go. Now let's see if we can get this stepping stone on top of it and see if that works. It's got a high spot on it. Okay. See how it's kind of got a movement to it? See that right there? This had cement on it before. So see that rock? We're gonna knock that off. And we're just gonna knock it flat. And I definitely don't wanna have it come out here and it crumble. All right, let's move this over and set this. Oh yeah, now it's setting straight. See, now look. See, it's not moving now. It ain't. It's all setting flat. That's what we want. Okay, I learned something about rainwater catchment while I was doing it. See, you know, whenever you do something, you know, unless you got somebody right there telling you every little step, a lot of this you just gotta watch somebody else get an idea and then go with it, and whatever mistakes you make, you gotta learn from them. All right, this is what I learned. See right there, the placement of that spigot? Well, I just randomly picked a spot, not thinking that it has to line up with this. So when I get that lined up, it's gonna be facing really over here, and I really should have had it more over here. I mean, it's gonna work, but I didn't think that through. So if you make you a rainwater catchment, think that first before you drill that hole, because I can't undrill the hole now. It's set where it's set, so just have to deal with it. Okay, so a while back I bought a whole pack of these funnels right here. They're a couple of different sizes. Really, what I use them for, these are food grade funnels, but I just got them from Dollar Tree. But I use them to mix Miracle-Gro, because sometimes I put Miracle-Gro for my house plants and my vertical garden, you know, because you got to add nutrients to that kind. They're not in the ground. And then some of my above ground stuff, I'll put a little bit in there. But so I have these funnels, and that's going to go on top of the pipe, but I got to put a screen filter up here to screen out all the mess. So like this thing, like right here, see, I just saved this stuff, because this little piece right here, most people would have thrown that away, this little bitty piece right here. But I'm gonna use it right now. All right, so see this funnel? I'm gonna take this drill and I'm gonna drill some holes in it so I can put zip ties in it. And I don't need many. See, I got these little bitty zip ties. And so I don't use them very often, but you know, when you buy a pack of them, you know, you get all different sizes, and hey, keeping that stuff on hand really pays off. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim this off, probably right here-ish somewhere, because this hole is way too small to catch that rainwater, because when that rainwater starts coming down, it's coming. So I'm gonna widen this hole a little bit, and then I think I'm gonna go put a screw in it to hold it down in place. It's gonna set up here like this. So I need to cut a little bit of this pipe off. All right, I cut a little bit off of it. So it's gonna look like that, but I'm gonna put 2 screws in it. I got these self-tapping screws. I'm gonna run a screw through it and see if I can't, or I take that back. I might just run a piece of Gorilla Tape around it. See, I got this white Gorilla Tape. I so encourage y'all to keep, just keep this stuff on hand. I know it's expensive, but I get the bigger rolls and they last kind of a long time. So, and this is my last roll of this. I had 2, and I've had it for a couple of years. So anyway, here we go. Okay, that's it right there. So the only thing I got left to do is I'm gonna put some long screws in here and sure this up just a little bit more. I mean, it's on there, it ain't going nowhere, but I wanna hold it straight so it doesn't bend down. And I don't have any long screws that I could find. So let me back up. So that's what it looks like. As you can see, y'all, me pulling this barrel over here and the paint wasn't all the way dry. I skinned it up a little bit. And I'll just, I'll get some more spray paint and just come over here and set while it's setting in place and do it. So here's my coop. As you can see, these weeds growed up here. I'm about to cut them. I don't know if I'll do it today. I might, but I let them weeds grow up like that because it helps cover. So when the hawks come, they have a little place to run. So that's the only reason I let them grow like that. But anyway, here's my coop. Rainwater catchment, we got it. And I do have to put a vent valve. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the cap and put it back on here. I'm gonna drill a hole in this cap so it gets a little air, and then set that cap back on there. And I saved the caps out of this. So there's the spigot, which is not in a great place, but it'll work. So there you have it. Okay, so I did go get the caps. I don't know which one side fits one side, so I just drilled a hole in both of them because I'll probably be doing this again. So you can see I drilled a hole in it. Let's see. And when I get another can of paint, I'll paint this. There we go. Now it's got a cap on it and it's got a little bent hole. So there we go. Okay, don't go anywhere. I got one more thing to address, and I got to do that inside the house. So don't run off. We're about to wrap this up. So let me tell you about how old that paint was that I used on this barrel. That paint was so old, and because of how I save stuff, that paint was so old that goes back to Walmart used to sell paint cans for 88 cents. So what's that been? 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe? I don't know. But it still worked. And painted the barrel. That's all that matters. So anyway, so what's a paint can now? About $4, $5, $6, some of them. That Build Back Better just ain't working, man. All right, I got one more thing to show y'all, and we're gonna wrap this up. Okay. Last thing, I would just like to say how wonderful and what wonderful and awesome subscribers I have. You guys support this channel beyond belief. I've only been doing this since like the last of February, 1st of March-ish. I want to say the very first video I did was like the last of February. I think it was something like that. So all that being said, for a channel this size, it's growing beyond belief, and my glasses are all. So anyway, But I just would like to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I got some mail that I would like to showcase before I end this video. So a few weeks ago, you saw I got these corn. Now, I had planned on getting this in the ground, but life circumstance just had so... This has been the busiest summer that I can remember in a long time. I mean, it's been really busy for me. So I've got to get this in the ground. And I still got time. Just as a general purpose, at least if you live in the Southeast, the 1st of September is about the latest you can plant any summer crop. I mean, I'm on the edge right now. And as long as we don't have any real bad cold snaps early season, it'd probably be fine. All right, so also I got a new camera stand, and it is super awesome. It's kind of heavy duty. It's not plastic. It's made out of metal or aluminum or something. I think it may be aluminum, but it's metal, and it's kind of heavy duty like, so it's not gonna be flimsy. It's not flimsy or anything like that. It's very high quality. And a subscriber named Linda sent this to me, and she is awesome. If y'all see her in the comments, give her some love. Give her a thumbs up on her comment because she's an awesome person. And so let me just show that to you. Bear with me. I left my other selfie stick that I usually use for everything else. Right? I'm holding this camera in my hand because I left it out there in the shop. All right, I'm gonna pull it out and let's look at it. So this is what it looks like. It's got a camera. This is actually for a camera handle. You put that on the back, and then you can swivel it around, move it around. And then it's got this is my phone holder, because I don't actually use an actual camera. Everything that I do on this iPhone 11. And so that's what this is for. This is gonna go on there, and it's gonna be super awesome. And look at this, look at that. All right. This thing, I know it doesn't look very tall, but I'm gonna extend it out and show it. Okay, just for purposes of video, this is like what I'm filming on right now is my iPhone 11, which is a little bit bigger, but this is my actual phone that I use for phone calls. The one that I film with, I don't have hooked up to service. I just use it for Wi-Fi because the only thing that I use it for is filming and video editing. So I put this is my iPhone SE, which is, I just put it up there for demonstration. But look how tall this thing is like it's not quite 6 foot tall. So I'm 6'1", and it looks me in the eye. Look how tall that thing is. That thing is super awesome. And Linda, thank you so much, because this will actually help out a lot. And I'm gonna be using this around, especially doing cooking videos, because inside the kitchen, I can get some height on it so I can look down on what I'm doing. Super awesome, awesome, thank you. All right, so this thing, it's got the leveling stick right here for filming, and it's also, let me take this off. See, it's actually got a level on it. See that right there? See, that's a level. So when I got my camera on there, I can actually use that level to level it up, so it's not like this or like this or anything like that. It's actually, I can actually level it up so it's straight and in frame. Okay, so cool deal. So that's what I wanted to show y'all. So I was gonna do just I should have done this like a week ago, but I had so many things going on, and I had planned on doing just a mail video, but the mail videos that I have done in the past, which I hadn't done many because I ain't got much mail. So, because I'm just a new guy. But the videos for mail videos, at least for me, have not done well. I mean, I might get maybe 80 or 100, maybe 80 or 100 views on it. And you guys, you 100 people out there ish, you guys are my y'all never miss a beat. Y'all watch every video I do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. So all that being said, so the reason that I'm putting it on the tail end of this video is because this video I'm working on here will probably get more views than a regular mail video. So I wanted to make sure that it got as many views as I could possibly get. All right. So as you can see, I am a little bit overwhelmed with the projects that I got going on. I got about 10 projects. I gotta get them done because I've got spinal shots scheduled this month, and I may be having a hernia fixed. You know, I'm getting a little older, and I've had some injuries, and I got to get these projects done because I'm going to be down for a little bit. I'm still going to be videoing, but I'm going to be videoing mild stuff. Not going to be taking on any big projects when I have this done. So I've got to get all this stuff done, and sometimes I just don't think I can do it all, but I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to get this garden planted. I'm going to get the greenhouse done. I'm going to get these beautification projects done. I'm going to get everything done around here before I get put down for a while. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you, Linda, again. And I will see y'all on the next video. Oh, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And send it to your friends. God bless.